Hello, my door-to-door family. It is Jermaine here again, and I just want to encourage you as you are going out to hunt for souls, door to door. So here we go. All right, so today we want to talk about hunting for souls, and there's some ways that you can hunt properly. As you know, you can hunt and catch nothing, but you can also hunt and catch something, and it requires a level of skill. And that's why, as you are being trained for a life coach, you're going to find out by God's grace as you continue to apply these tips and pray and seek the Spirit of Christ as you go out. You're going to see that your hunting skills are getting better. All right, so while you're out there hunting, I want to encourage you with this quote from the book of Evangelism by Ellen G. White. She says, the house-to-house labor are searching for souls, hunting for the lost sheep is the most essential, the most what? The most essential work that can be done. She says that the most essential work that can be done is hunting for souls, searching for lost souls for Christ is one of the most essential work that can be done. As you can see, of course, you can apply this concept anywhere. It doesn't say that you have to change your career to become a Bible worker or change your career to become a life coach and go there full time. I'm not recommending that. That's not what I'm pitching at this moment. But what I'm saying is you can apply this in your workplace, whether you're a dentist, whether you are a nurse, whether you are a teacher, whether you are a social worker, whether you are a pastor, whatever it is, you can apply this. She's talking to you. This is one of the most essential work can be done. So wherever you are, apply this. Keep on looking out for souls as you're on the job. However, in this context, we're talking now in the surrounding area of Benton Harbor. As we're ministering in Barren homes, we want to be able to understand that we are engaging in the most essential work that Christ could ever give to man, which is seeking lost souls and trying to bring them back to the fold in Christ and through Christ. All right, so here we go now. So while you're out there hunting, I want to give you some tips while you're hunting. So I want to encourage you to use discernment. Use discernment as you are out there hunting. Two types of fruits as you are hunting. All right, so here we go. There is what we call the ripe fruits, and there's also what we call the green fruits. Two types, the ripe fruits and the green fruits. All right, so now, why do I bring up these two types of fruits, ripe fruits and green fruits? It is very important because you can waste your God-given time on one soul, and for the entire year, 5 years, and you could have reached the entire Barren homes or the entire Benton Harbor by the time you have finished with this one soul. And maybe it just draws you out, and it was unproductive. It was not spirit-filled, not spirit-led, and everything like that. And so that's a strong statement, of course, and I have reasons for that. Because you can spend time at one house when Christ has many souls down the street for you to reach. Some people are just green, and you have to use the spirit of discernment to recognize that this is a green fruit, and this is something that is going to take time, that's going to take longer, and so therefore I have to manage my time properly, not giving up on this soul, not giving up on this still reaching that soul, but recognizing that this is a green fruit, and therefore green fruits should be approached on a different level than a ripe fruit. And so I want to give you some signals how you can be able to recognize a ripe fruit and recognize a green fruit. So here are some potential signs, right? Not saying that these are set in stone, like this one is never going to be baptized, never going to come to Christ, or so forth, or harder. But keep these in mind as you are going door to door, hunting for souls. So all right, here what? For ripe fruits, those who are earnest seekers for truth. So if you go to door and you find someone out there who are like, man, what does this mean in the Bible? Man, I've been wondering, what does this mean? I desire to know more of the Bible. I always want to study the Bible more. Man, this is the right time for me to study the Bible. This is the right time for me to learn more about Christ. These people right here are hungry for truth. They want to learn. They want you to come to them. This is one sign of a ripe fruit. Here goes another one. People who are lonely, unhappy, and dissatisfied with their lives. Anytime you meet people like these are signs of a ripe fruit. People who are like, man, life is just beating me down. I'm unhappy. I don't like the situation that I'm in at this moment. I don't like the path that my life is taking. I'm really unhappy with my life right now. I wish I had made better choices while I was younger. I really wish I could come out of this situation that I'm in right now. These people who are hungry, like, man, I'm dissatisfied with my life. These are people who you want to zone in on more. All right, so here we go. Another one is those who speak favorably of our church, its services, doctrines, organization, and the Adventist lifestyle and doctrines and so forth. So these people who are in favor of what we teach, in favor of what we preach, these are people who are ripe. All right. Another one is those who are keeping their appointments with you. This is a big one, because you'll find some people who will say, okay, meet me tomorrow at 3 p.m. in Berrien Homes. By my doorstep, I'll be there. I'll be ready to open my door for you to come in. I'll be ready. But you show up and they are not there. You do the same thing. You visit them or you call them and they say, oh man, I'm sorry, man, I was busy and so forth. You do it again the next week or a couple days later. You visit again after they set another appointment and they're not keeping their appointment. Something came up, or they're home and they're not answering the door. Their car is parked right there. You know they're there. Signs tell you they're there, and they're just not interested in the sense of keeping up with their appointment. And so these people are what we would categorize as people who are green fruits. They're not ripe as yet. Keep on calling them, keep on reaching out to them, of course. Never give up on a soul. That's number one key. Never give up on a soul. Unless the Spirit might be leading you to focus on someone else and say, leave it alone at this time. Don't push it too much. But otherwise, as the Spirit sends you out into this community, go for every single soul and never give up. Here's another one. All right. Those who are dissatisfied with their own church. And this is a big one. Many people come into the Adventist faith as you recognize this one right here. They are dissatisfied with their church. They don't like how their church is going on. They don't like the preaching that is taking place at their church. Their church is boring or so forth in their mind. That's what they're saying. These people are dissatisfied. And these are easy ways that you can say, wow, I can pick you up on this Saturday. Our church right here, we have a great family at our church. We would love for you to worship with us. And so those people are most likely willing to say, man, I want to come this weekend. I want to check it out. Those are people who will be ready and quick to receive something like that. So these are just some identifiers of a ripe fruit. So now here we go now to identify potential signs of green fruits. Here we go. So those who are not earnest seekers after truth, they don't want nothing to do with looking forward to learn new things. They might even think that they know everything, and every time you say something, they seems like they feel like they know more, and they want to always be talking in the study. They are always saying, man, I know this already. I went to school to do that. I received some Bible training before, or they want to teach you. Of course, be open to learning new things, of course. That's the Spirit of Christ. But however, some people just want to take over the study session, want to be able to tell you and teach you more. They feel like they know everything. Be very careful of these people as you go door to door. Remember now, you got to recognize through the Spirit of Christ when a person is open to learn more about Christ, when a person is open to study, you got to recognize those things. I know what is going on in your head right now, maybe. So what do you do when you recognize these things? Hopefully I'll be able to touch on this. What you do is number one, what you can do is when you see that, continue to set up appointments, of course, But however, lessen the time you spend with green fruits. Lessen the time, because they need more time, of course, because they're not going to keep their appointments. Some of them, they won't keep their appointments. They won't. You will see it. You will see that this person is just not ready. This person is not interested. They always want to teach. They're not open yet. What you do is, on the prayer line in the morning, you put that name on the prayer line and you pray for them. So you're still ministering, but now you step back a little bit and you're praying for them from the back end. And then at the right time, you're going to see them in Barren Homes, or you're going to see them in this community, and they're going to say, man, I miss you. I really would love you to come to study with me, man. And then this is now, you see how Christ is working in their lives and opening their hearts to receive more, and they will invite you back. You'll still keep on touching with them, but less. And so these are how some of the ways how you deal with green fruits. You invite them to certain events that the church has, small groups and so forth. So these are just some ways how you can be able to handle the green fruits, right? All right, so here are some other signs now. Those who are deeply involved or strongly committed to their own church. People like these, you're hardly going to see them say, man, I want to join a Harbor of Hope, or I want to join your church, because they are committed. They are a first elder, they're youth minister, they're maybe helping the pastor very closely. If it's a Catholic person, maybe there is having some responsibility in the church, and so they have a commitment. They're not saying that they won't come, but they might take a longer time. So because this is a green fruit, and maybe you have a goal in mind for the year, you might have a goal to reach these people here, or some people might be more interested, and so you want to zone in on the right fruits who are more interested at this time, or who are not yet so much committed to Christ and being involved with ministry. You want to zone in with those people more. Christ mingled not so much with the Pharisees, if you recognize. He was always with the publicans and sinners. He is with those people, reaching those people more. He still taught with the Pharisees. He still reached out to the Sadducees and those, but he was all the time, he was with the sinners. He was with those people often. All right. Another sign is those who talk negatively about the church, its doctrines, its organizations, its services, and the Adventist lifestyle. Those people, man, go for them, of course. Still try to reach them in study. But however, just recognize that these people are green fruit, so don't push anything. Don't invite them to the church as yet, or a small group as yet, or so forth. Still pray for them. If you do anything, the best thing you could do to reach these people is to just show up and pray with them, love on them. And maybe if something is happening at the church, where there's an event or so forth, you can invite them and the family. If there's a Rise Up program going on in the community, invite them to that program. And these are ways to just build relationships. They start to see another family. They start to feel like, man, I'm going into a family atmosphere, and so forth, and just see how the Spirit lead them in those ways. A member of Adventist offshoots. Maybe you don't know what this is, but you have some Davidians and those type of people who are offshoots, or even not even so much Davidians, but people who are actually mad and upset with the Adventist church because, and these people are mostly conservative type of people who think that, man, drums should not be in the church, or these people think that, man, Adventist church is becoming Babylon and so forth because they're with dress reform and contemporary music might be playing in the church, and they're like, man, let me go create my own church and call it some type of Adventist something. And these people are offshoots. So be very careful of these people who are keeping their services on Saturday, but not the Seventh-day Adventist affiliation. Be very careful with these people. Be very careful as you study with these people, right? And this is where 2 by 2 comes in very, very importantly, that you go with someone who is a seasoned Christian, a seasoned person in the Word, as you go out to reach souls, right? You've got to guard the avenue of your heart, because as you're studying with these people also. All right. Hopefully one day I'll train you some deeper ways, what these people teach and how you can avoid these and be able to identify things in the Word and be grounded in the Word to recognize sound doctrines. All right. All right. The next thing is those whose motive is to convert you to their own way of thinking. So I touched this before. People who are thinking that, man, they know a lot of things. You say something and they're always pushing back at you and thinking that they know more than you, and want to talk out the Bible study session more than listen to what you're saying. Be very careful of those people, because they are just green at the moment. They're green fruits, right? All right, so remember now, if you shake the tree and the fruit does not fall, shake again. If it still does not fall, it is green. And so this little slogan right here, it is a green fruit. If you're shaking, you're studying, you're making appointments, you're calling, you're showing up, and then it's just not falling out where they're keeping their appointments. It's just not falling in the place where they want to listen to the Bible study. It's not falling into place as you shake. It just means that they're green. And so don't give up on them, but just don't spend all of your time visiting them, calling them, setting up appointments, and showing up and spending hours trying to do that. Just understand that they're green at the moment. Keep on praying. Spend hours praying for them more than that, and you will spend more time visiting and nurturing and equipping and empowering those people who are ripe fruits, who are hungry for Christ, want to know more about Christ. So, all right, as you go through as you go to door to door and try to apply these things, I pray that the Spirit of Christ will give you success, will bless you as you go. All right. So now, remember, the hunting process is a challenging process, and also one that requires the Spirit of Christ to help you, because He promises that He has a gift of discernment, and He will give it to you also as you go door to door to win souls with Jesus and for Jesus. So enjoy the process and try to develop this skill of discernment as you hunt for souls. Is one of the most important work that you could ever engage in. God bless you.